so far as are you confused about your header, your description, your store categories?
Is there a quick way to put your items into the categories after they've been listed?
That's a really good question. Did you guys hear that about the categories? I'll get to you about moving the categories. I've got that on Periscope. Hang on a second. Right on. Okay, so hang on. So, yeah, once it's listed, bulk edit. Do you know how to use bulk edit?
Yes.
Okay. What I find with bulk edit, and I've made a million mistakes, which is why I've gotten really good at this, is, for instance, my seasonal categories. So back to school, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day. I always, you know, with store categories, when you go in to do your listings, you get 2 store categories for each listing. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay, there's a top and there's a bottom. The one on the top, I always try to pick what I call like a main store category. Women's clothing, housewares, men's clothing. The level 2 I use for the more seasonal one, Mother's Day, Father's Day, stocking stuffers, that kind of thing. So when I need to bulk edit, let's say I've listed 10 mugs, and I want all 10 to go into, they're all Christmas mugs, so they're all going to go into my holiday category, and the holiday category has a subcategory of holiday mugs or holiday tabletop. So I click bulk edit. I'm on the first category. I bulk edit them all to housewares mugs, and then I click confirm. That because you can only do one thing at a time in bulk edit. Then I click bulk edit. I pull them all up again. I click the second category. I click that it's going into Christmas holiday mugs, and I click confirm. So literally in 3 to 4 minutes, I can bulk edit them all into wherever they need to go. Okay? Paula on Periscope asked me how far in advance I source. Honestly, Paula, as far in advance as I possibly can. It depends on my sources because I shop sample sales and retail. So I'll be honest, Christmas pretty much for me sourcing is anything that's new and nice is Christmas, and then when Christmas is over, anything new and nice becomes a Valentine's gift. And I'm serious, right, Louise? And then after Valentine's, anything new and nice is now a Mother's Day or a Father's Day gift. And then after it's a Mother's Day, Father's Day gift, it's a wedding gift. So that's the way I do it. Somebody asked me something else. It was how far in advance? If I didn't answer your question, Periscope Gang, put it up again, and I'll try to keep an eye out. Louise, any more questions from you guys?
No, we're good for right now. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Listing your items on eBay, when we talked about this a little bit just now, is so you can do it one at a time with Selling Manager or Selling Manager Pro. You can upload lots of listings at a time, and you can do that with Turbo Lister or use a software like 6-Bit Octiva or InkFrog. Honestly, it depends how much inventory you have, how your business is set up, and what your budget is. Shipping, just quickly, you can print your eBay labels through eBay Shipping, and you'll get commercial-based pricing. You can offer international shipping to as many or as few countries as you like. Don't forget that you can edit countries out if there's places that you don't want to ship to. You can opt into eBay's global shipping program. That way eBay handles all your international shipping for you. And that's particularly good if you're a new seller, because then you just have to ship to the shipping hub. If you missed it, Griff and the eBay team did a really good webinar. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. The replay's up. I'm sure Louise could post it if you guys... Louise, do you guys have a Facebook group for your meetup?
Yes, I do.
You could post the link in there. It's really good. They talked a lot about bulk shipping. So particularly if you're used to doing the bulk labels and do that manifest, they talked about that a lot. It was very, very helpful. Do I recommend... This is the Periscope Gang. Good question. They want to know if I recommend multiple stores for different items. No, I don't. However, that being said, I don't. I really think one store, if you really use your store categories well, is easier. It's different on Etsy. If you're an Etsy seller, because I know a bunch, On Etsy, it can be better to break things down, okay? On eBay, I don't find that's true. However, let's say, because I think Joe is still with us, and Joe sells hubcaps in New Jersey. So let's say Joe all of a sudden gets a great deal on women's swimwear, and he wants to sell a bunch of women's bathing suits. I would not sell women's bathing suits with hubcaps. Joe has thousands of hubcaps. He's not, the ladies are laughing, but you know what I mean. It's such a different category. With that, I would do 2 different eBay stores. But for instance, like Louise sells beautiful scarves. So if Louise is selling scarves, and then she also comes across some really great plush teddy bears, and then she also gets some great rugs and great hats, I think all of that's fine. And what? Your ducks, that's right, your ducks. With an eBay store, because you know what I think about? I think about Macy's. I think about Nordstrom's. I think about Bergdorf's. They sell a huge variety. I think about Sears. You have to know what your presence is, what your branding is, and then just set up your store categories and optimize your keywords, and you're fine. But that's a great question. Thank you for asking. If you have friends that are very experienced sellers, honestly, some of them overlook eBay stores. They can be really busy with their web store, and they can have an Amazon presence. And I actually presented some of this material at a general e-commerce event. I actually talked to somebody who runs a very large hosting site. And what I said to him was, you know, how much is customer acquisition for your people? And it's a lot. If you watch any shows like Shark Tank, that's one of the first things they ask the people with the businesses. What is your customer acquisition cost? And what that means is, how much does it cost you to get a new person onto your site? If you talk to eBay people, they're going to know what the customer acquisition cost is to get a customer onto eBay. You and I as sellers don't have to deal with this. If you've got a standalone website, eBay's a great way for those people to get new customers, because eBay's bringing them on. And I know a couple of really successful sellers that do that. They use their eBay stores to help them get new customers for their own web store. Okay? It's totally legal on eBay for your eBay store to have the same name as your standalone website. That way, if somebody who's smart, if I land on Louise's scarves and I can tell Louise really knows scarves and she really knows ducks, I'm going to Google her store name and see if she's anywhere else on the web. If you do have a standalone website, you can put discount coupons in your eBay packages to help drive customers to your website. Okay? eBay is a great way for standalone websites to get customer acquisition. And again, even if you're a huge seller, you don't need to have a huge eBay store. You can have a smaller eBay store with a basic eBay store. And for the cost of 4 Starbucks, you've got an eBay store, because it only has to run you $15.95 a month. When you're using eBay like that, you're literally using it as a social media site, because it's driving traffic for you. As much as you want eBay sales, what you're really after is eBay to bring you more customers. Then it's up to you, just like it's up to you and me with our eBay stores. It's up to us to turn those customers into repeat customers and to help them bring them back to us to shop with us some more. I'm a smaller seller. I'm a premium store. I am very happy. I make great money on eBay. Personally, I don't want a standalone site. It's a lot of work. I mean, I love it, but it's a lot of work. I'm fine about being on eBay and letting eBay direct traffic to me, okay? But don't forget, buy your .com addresses. It's really not a lot of money. It's like $12 a year, and you can use that to help drive traffic to your eBay store. You can buy it on GoDaddy or wherever you want to do. You're going to market your store. You definitely love eBay, but don't leave it to them to market. You got to market it. So do your eBay collections. Do a Facebook business page. Don't forget about Google+. Don't forget about Pinterest and Instagram. And again, you can start all of this for as little as $15.95 a month. So my question, ladies and gentlemen, is what do you want to do with your eBay store for the 4th quarter? And this is all my social media information, how you can keep in touch with me. Okay? So you tell me, what is your biggest challenge with your eBay store? I mean, is everything fine and dandy and you're doing great, or is there stuff that you want help with? Because I'm glad to help you.
challenges, anybody? Everybody seems pretty content.
I'm glad.
The
Now,
one
does
thing
everybody...
that I'm going to be doing is
Yep.
sliding some of the categories, store categories, up to the top.
Good, do
like
it.
you suggested.
It's really
I've
easy,
got them
Louise.
broken down, and I've also done it on Pinterest by moving some of the boards to the beginning that are more pertinent, like the back to school and
Yes.
the summer things, the barbecue, and then moving stuff away as the season goes past.
That's exactly right. You always want, I actually learned this from Lisa Saturo. I took her Pinterest class last year. Your first 2 rows of your Pinterest boards are your most important. So if you have a board for your eBay store, you want that in the first row. And then exactly what Louise said, whatever's current. So right now, back to school is up at the top for me. And don't forget with your Pinterest boards to be social. So you definitely want to have your eBay items up there. But for instance, like Louise, you've got your cute ducks. I would do a Pinterest board of real ducks because people love ducks. They're so cute. And I could do a Pinterest board of real ducks and then throw some of my own rubber ducks in there to mix it up. You know?
I kind of do the opposite. I do the ducks and then I throw real ducks in. And somebody sent me a graphic of a rubber duck cake for my birthday, so that's on there too. And then that big huge duck that was in all the different harbors.
Yes.
That's there too. So it's all mixed up.
I think that's great, but it's sort of like a duck love board thing I think is great. But for instance, let's say you had a back to school board. Don't forget things like snacks, healthy snacks for kids, healthy lunches for kids, school activities to do in the car as you're driving your kids to school. That kind of thing is good. So mix it up. If you're selling more, let's say like housewares, they got to cook. So are your people more on the run, so they need recipes that they can do like under 30 minutes? Are they more gourmet, so they're going to want more complicated recipes? But think of things that would complement the boards you have. If you're on Pinterest, convert to a business account. It's free because with a business account, you'll get business analytics. The analytics will tell you, they will tell you flat out that your people are really into manicures. And then you can do, we've got one person here who has cake stands and they do a lot of recipes. That's brilliant. Yeah. Now, we just had a question. Somebody wanted to know about time management to get the listings up. We'll get ideas. Louise, what do you do? I mean, because you've been at this longer than I have. So what helps you with time management to get your listings up?
It's a joke. It's more disciplined, and truthfully, the best time management for me is turning Facebook off.
Okay.
Because I just get suckered in, and I have to read everything that everybody's saying and know what's going on, and I learn a lot, but still, it's a big time suck. So I have to really be disciplined in what I'm doing, and I get more listed when I wake up in the middle of the night and then go back to bed.
Good for you.
So it seems like when it's really, really quiet at 3 o'clock in the morning, I can just zip through it. So, and one site that you did mention as a third-party listing tool is Vendio, which is what I use.
Yes, thank you very much. And I forgot about Vendio. Thank you, Louise. Excellent. Another thing for time management is don't forget, like for instance, your pictures. Don't just take 1 or 2 pictures. Do 10 or 15 pictures. Then edit them all so your pictures are ready to go. If you're, let's say you sell a variety of things, try to do them in clumps. So I'm going to do a couple of mugs at a time, then a couple of dresses at a time, then a couple of shoes at a time. It's easier to do things in clumps that are related because it'll help you with your research and helps you to get items up. I work on a timer, so it's like, okay, I'm going to list for 30 minutes or an hour, and I set the timer. Dana Crawford actually taught me that. It's very helpful. I know other people speak of it. But for me, timers work, but they also work when I get to reward myself. So it's like, okay, Kathy, you're going to list for an hour, and when you're done, because Louise, you know this, I love Facebook, it's like, okay, after you list for an hour, you get to go on Facebook for 10 minutes. And Louise, that's how I try to do it. It's like, you get 10 minutes on Facebook, and then you need to get off. I find Pinterest can suck me in, too, because as much as I enjoy pinning, I get busy looking at Louise's pins and Paula's